Guys, we're back. And the most unlikely of things is going on right now. So, we have Rooker sieges actually running. I don't know what it is about this mode that they don't like, but I can tell you right now, I like it. I have always loved Rooker sieges. It's one of my most favorite PvE modes that they have in the game. Right up there in terms of like quality with stuff like Hall of Forms and Forging Bonds and all those good PvE modes. This, to me, has always been one of them. It's a little too easy now, I will admit. We're going to go ahead and do a couple of runs here. Let's just start things off with the Baldr fight. Looks like we're going to fight Baldr first. Okay, so basically what you want to do in this mode is you want color advantage if possible, although considering the DPS units are doing nowadays, it really doesn't matter. So, of course, Baldr, the Brave Baldr, I think is going to be excellent for this mode because she's a Brave attacker and she has two different colors she can go with, either blue or green, and she's just going to pile up the most amount of damage the quickest. It's also a good idea to run a Dancer, a Healer, because you can't really negate the Rooker specials. I brought this Valentine Edelgard thinking she might be able to turn off Rooker specials, because on her abilities, it doesn't really specify, right? It says, if target has entered combat aside from this combat on the current turn, and unit initiates combat, then target cannot trigger their special during combat, which is a big deal, because the Rooker special is really the one and only thing they've got going for them that might be able to throw a wrench into your plans in this mode. But Valentine Edelgard, even though it doesn't specify, it doesn't work on Rooker specials, it actually just doesn't work on Rooker specials, which is weird, because normally they will specify that, right? They will actually tell you it doesn't work. Alright, we're going to go in with Baldr. I'm going to turn on the style for her so she can be a green colored unit, and we'll go ahead and attack right here. Okay, so we get a lot of damage off, and she's not charging her special because Baldr has guard on Arch Rival, so that's another good way to stop the Rookers from using their special, is just having a unit who has guard active on them. Alright, so we're going to start attacking now with Edelgard. Edelgard has color disadvantage, but you can already see she's doing a massive amount of damage anyway. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take that other action there. Units that have bonus actions are going to kick ass in this mode. So, other examples would be the Gulvags, the Brave Sharena, the Entwined Sharena, Bride Sharena. Like, all those units are going to just do some massive damage in here. And, of course, we also want to make sure that when the Rooker procs their special, they're not going to get swapped into a defensive tile, because then we're going to have a harder time doing damage to them. I think we'll leave Edelgard right there, and then we'll have our Burger King come in. Burger King is on the team, so he gives us Reflex, and he gives us Imbue, so we can recover. Because when the Rookers proc their special, they will be taking away our HP constantly. So, a way to heal is always a good idea. Alright, you can see, this is nuts. On turn 1, we've already done half of the amount of damage needed. This would have never been possible back in the day when this mode came out. Because, like, when this mode actually came out, who were the meta units? Like, freaking Siegbert? Bro had Swift Sparrow built into his sword, and he was considered, like, one of the most meta sword calves at the time. Just insane to think about, right? Like, how far the meta has come since those days. But it's just true, man. Like, Siegbert used to be pretty fire. I used to run him on my 8th Raid's defense team back then. If you can even believe that. Yeah, because Siegbert, he was really good on the lunge traps, which were the common theme at the time. Just have your units lunge the enemies onto a trap on Spring Breeze, which had 4 walls, and there's not really any way they can answer you. Alright, so this is pretty much done on turn 2. It's already over. So this is where this mode would need a little bit of touching up for the modern era, because the units just deal so much damage now that in order for this to even be a challenge anymore, we'd have to, like, they'd have to raise the damage cap up to, like, 1 million for one fight now, or something like that. And the reward that we get for this mode is the special accessories. I actually like the accessories a lot. It's just like a fireball that goes over your face. It, like, covers your eyeball. Yeah, right here. These Rooker accessories. I've always liked these. So, now that the mode has been around the block a couple of times, it would be a good idea for them to update these accessories. Give us some more of them. Like, more special Rooker Sieges exclusive accessories, I think would be pretty dope. And, like I said, they have to raise the damage cap up to, like, 1 million now per round. Otherwise, it's not going to be a threat. But, yeah, I love this mode so much. It's just, you're fighting a big enemy, which, I don't know, to me that's very appealing. Just a big HP enemy. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do a round against Hoder this time, and I don't know if we'll burn any more of my axes. We'll probably just call this one a day just to do a fight against each of the bosses. There's going to be 3 rounds of this, presumably. That's usually how it goes. You fight 3 waves. So this is wave 1, and then after this wave is over, we'll have the next wave, and so on and so forth. All right, we'll swap Baldr into a green unit here. She'll get color advantage, and then we'll just go ahead and end our turn. I did Baldr to attack first so that we would set up the Divine Vein Haze tiles. So we'll just do a little bit of extra damage now when we start swinging with Edelgard and Burger King. Alright, we'll go in with Edelgard there. And then Edelgard has color advantage against Hoder, so we'll be doing some extra damage. I should probably put the guard seal on Edelgard, actually, because she doesn't have guard innately built in. And like I mentioned earlier, the Rooker special is what it is that makes this kind of challenging. Because right there, you'll see we just take a massive amount of damage, and had it not been for us not having guard, then Hoder wouldn't have even been able to do that. Alright, now let's go in with Burger King. One reason why I have Burger King as well is because he's got near save. So, in the event that we're fighting and we have range units on the team, like, for example, Baldr, and the opponent is a melee-type unit, like, not this Hoder, but the Baldr, who is also a boss, she would try to attack into my Baldr, who is a range unit, but then Black Knight could come in and save her and just give us a little extra damage on the boss there. Not that it really matters. I mean, look how much damage we did on the first turn already. This is so over. Like, this is not even funny. We don't even need to go... Usually, it's a good idea to kill the mooks that spawn in, because it raises the amount of damage you do. Like, you'll see here we have a boost of 38.4, which is the amount of boosted damage we get. If we go ahead and take care of the enemies that spawn in, you'll see the boost raises up a little bit. So that means we're going to be doing more damage to the boss when we start attacking. But honestly, like, at this point, it doesn't even matter. Just pile on all your attacks on the boss and you can't really lose. So yeah, there we go. Very easy 200k. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about Rooker Sieges. Like I said earlier, I've always loved this mode. I think it's just a very fun idea for a mode. Just fighting a big fat boss. Very cool, very fun. Especially the fan art. I remember when this mode first came out, there was a fan art of the first boss. It was a giant Erica. And then Ephraim is like losing his mind over there being a giant Erica. So yeah, very goofy, very fun mode. Actually has strategy involved. Like, look at this. We're using a different setup than we normally would. We're just going for piling on as much DPS as quickly as possible. So I do appreciate that. That you have to approach the mode in a different way than other modes. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you would like to see Rooker Sieges run more often, because I know I definitely would. I would like to see this run more often than Voting Gauntlet, which Voting Gauntlet runs once a month. And to be honest, like, I'm not even that big a fan of Voting Gauntlet. I prefer Rooker Sieges and other, like, any of the modes where I get to use a multitude of characters. Like, also the, well, the co-op slash unslash co-op mode. What is that one called again? Hold on, I can't remember the name off top. We had it, United Warfront, this one. Yeah, we had it run not too long ago, but it's also an unfrequent mode where we get this, like, once in a while. So, yeah, like, those kinds of modes are the ones that I like. And I'm pretty sure Insys has to be aware that people really want more PvE content as opposed to PvP. So hopefully they do something about that later. But that's all for this one, guys. This is your boy Tacho signing out. Let me know how you guys were able to approach Rooker Sieges. Which unit was your main DPS option? Like I said, I went for the Brave Baldr, but it's not like she's the only good option for this. And that's all for now, so take care, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.